Alright, welcome to episode 24. So, last time we were talking about, my fair opponent episode on the Brady Bunch. So, anyway, a few things I forgot to mention, Molly Weber, the hostesses in that episode, it was like her senior class, and only like the most popular, girl got to be selected as hostess, and of course he selected Molly Weber as, hostess, so of course, she was wearing glasses and was very clumsy, so she wasn't very popular, so they nominated her for a joke, and this just made Marcia very angry in that episode. I mean, she just ran home feeling, kind of sorry. So, anyway, that's what I forgot to mention there, and, Um, well, um, uh, well, let's, this episode we're going to talk more about, Jan, we're going to talk more about, Jan here, so, so anyway, the real Jan Brady, there's an episode called Try Again, and she's shown to be extremely clumsy in this episode, So, anyway, she starts saying she has no talent, she can't ballet dance, she can't, and even, Marcia tries to get her to, throw a baton, and anyway, there was an episode where Bobby tried to play an instrument when he couldn't, get into the glee club. He played the drums and drove everyone crazy. That was called The Drummer Boy. That was the name of the episode. And, he tried playing the bugle, but, that obviously didn't work out. And so, those are other episodes. So, Jan's shown to be very clumsy in that episode. And so anyway, there's the episode, Her Sister's Shadow. There's also the episode, Her Sister's Shadow, the famous, where she says the famous, Marcia, Marcia, Marcia. So, yeah, anyway, she's, constantly jealous of Marcia here, and, she tries to do different things, and, and of course, she can't be a pom-pom girl, and of course she thought she won the essay contest in that episode, but, it was, she added up the points and only added up to 93, and her friend Nora Coombs, had 95, and she thought she had 98, and she addressed the error in scoring, and, she learned that sometimes we win, we lose. Sometimes when we lose, we win. I'm sorry about that, but, those are, and, Alvin, here, there, he does get I think he does, I think he gets jealous of his brother Simon more, than, then, than Alvin does, because, there's several episodes where Simon, gets more attention than Alvin, like, Simon Seville superstar, and, because he's, like, very famous in Australia, and of course he's living in his shadow and wants to do everything to be like him to be popular. So he should say Simon, Simon, Simon. But ironically, there's actually an episode from the '80s series that's actually called Alvin, Alvin, Alvin. This episode was, Alvin was having an identity crisis, and, he always wanted, he didn't want to be himself, and, that, of course, that doesn't work in today's world, so, but, he ultimately was Alvin Seville, but, that's kind of, how they named it Alvin, 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 like, Marcia, 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 when Jan said that, and, so, yeah, so, yeah, Jeanette and Jan Brady tend to be clumsy in a few episodes, and, but in some ways, Jan is more like, Brittany than Marcia is, so, but of course, because, Jan is more, is, like, concerned with her looks and is, kind of vain. Is shown to be kind of vain, like, and, Marcia is still, is like Brittany too. I guess, you could, I forgot to mention, the Brady, if you look at the Brady bunch, you can see, like, two Britneys and an Eleanor, or, she's just invisible, and we just have, Debbie Storm in that one episode. So, you could see it either way with that. Because, sometimes, Jan here has Brittany-like behavior, because, she's always seeking attention, and, but, she's kind of clumsy, and, wears glasses, like, so she's, I guess she's, more like, Simon, Simon and Brittany are also, kind of, I can see, Simon and Brittany are kind of similar, they're kind of, he's kind of, but Simon's a little, he acts a little spoiled. And, he also, thinks, he's better than Alvin, of course, just like Brittany is, and, like, smarter and, more more popular. So, so I can see similarities between Simon and Brittany, too. So, I think she's probably more like a female Simon than Jeanette is. And so she's more like another Brittany. Two Britneys and an Eleanor, too, you could say that. Anyway, that's about it for this episode. This was episode 24. Just, going over, some little details in both shows, so I want to cover as much as I can, because, I really want to, get to, what I want, from the Brady Bunch, and, of course, Alvin and the Chipmunks. I have some hopes and dreams, so I hope to get to those videos soon. So see you in the next video. We'll talk, we'll try to cover more, episodes and details. Thanks everyone, bye. I'll see you in the next video.